All right, so here he is, one of the biggest power threats in the UFC's heavyweight division, New South Wales, Australia's Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa. There was a streak a few years ago in which he had 5 successive wins, all of them by knockout. Who could forget his performance of the night bonus win against Derek Lewis at UFC 271? But then he ran into a few heavyweights that were on the track to a heavyweight title, fell short in those matchups. Tuivasa has recommitted himself to the gym. There have been some training camp changes, and he believes tonight, it stands to reason, it will be the most well-rounded, thoughtful Tai Tuivasa we have ever seen inside the octagon. Well, we really don't see a lot of guys in MMA with boxing skills on this level. He certainly could have gone on to great things as a professional boxer, but he believes he has the best hands in the sport, and he will be looking to prove as much here tonight.
And he has the background to prove that, right? He's not saying something that is not true. He does have the ability to say that. He can say he has the best hands in the game because he has shown it. And when you watch him box, when you watch a guy go into a fight with this young man and think that it does not matter what his credentials are, he is going to stand with him and prove that he's better, they usually will go to sleep because no action is wasted. The jab starts it all. He fights behind this beautiful, educated jab, jabbing high, jabbing low, and then the overhand right is unbelievable. It's his kill shot, he calls it, and he lands it all the time.
And now our tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. And now to get us started, here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, the Korean Superboy, Doo-Ho Choi.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Good.
All right, so here's the Korean Superboy, Doo-Ho Choi. Another fight here tonight. His first 2 UFC wins took less than 2 minutes combined. The majority of Doo-Ho Choi's wins have come by first-round knockout. We'll see if he can rack up another one here tonight. Oh, high-level stuff there as he blocks the strike and counters with a jab.
That jab is fast. Look at that jab.
Well, Tai Tuivasa's talked to us a lot about enjoying the journey. I'm not sure his opponent enjoyed that overhand right.
No, he throws it, and he throws his entire body into that right hand. He sets you up with kicks, throws that jab to close the distance, and bang, he lands that beautiful overhand right. It is Tai Tuivasa's best strike, and he throws it over and over again.
Frantic pace early on to this one.
Huge elbow lands from the clinch.
Single collar tie here. Oh, beautiful jab there. It's one thing to have length, of course, it's another to use it effectively. Beautiful job with that jab. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. Throwing that jab yet again out of range. Certainly showing off some good hands here tonight.
Nice block.
Oh, doing a great job here defensively, and you've got to be of sound defensive mind to set up your counter shots. He is certainly feeling it in this round.
What a tricky head kick. punch. Gets to the single collar tie. Nice body shot.
Both fighters starting to open up a little bit. Tuivasa going for the head kick. He misses there.
Another clinch position. Look for a level change as he tries to secure a takedown. What a nasty kick. That was thrown with ill intent.
Tags him with the left. All right, good job by him there to raise the guard and protect his head.
He's doing a good job of keeping the guard high, blocking his head, making sure he's not taking those damaging strikes up top. Nice punch to the head.
Well, as usual, this outstanding striker has come out aggressively tonight, almost as if he's double parked outside.
Dude's trying to get the job done and get it done quickly. But he doesn't waste any action. Everything is so tight and crisp. That's why he lands, and he can be so aggressive.
Choi going for the takedown here, but he misses. Always being closing. Busy in the clinch here, the punch is good. Missed on the right hand. Man, he is so sound defensively. Nice job to raise the guard there.
It's the relaxation that allows him to see things coming and block most of the strikes that are coming at him. Oh, that's a nice strike.
Nice shot to the body there. Well, at this point, he is really timing things out well. It looks like he'll try to set up another combination of counter strikes here. He'll try to bait his opponent in and ultimately use that over-aggressiveness against him. Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing. All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up.
Oh, tags him with the straight. Nice job there by Tai Tuivasa. Keeping busy now, connecting with those punches. "45 seconds to go here in round one."
Great punch.
Nice defense to block that punch. And a nice job at least staying upright on that. Both fighters throwing heat now. All right, so some definite damage underneath the elbow now on the side of his opponent. A lot of strikes to the body starting to add up.
Yeah, a lot of strikes to the body and mixing up the attack, not being one-dimensional, not headhunting inside the octagon. I think he has fought beautifully right now, and he's starting to show itself.
Tuivasa's nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. All right, so the round is over, and you see the cut man not wasting any time as the fighter makes his way back to the stool. The cut man will try to shut that cut on the bridge of his nose and prevent it from becoming a factor here moving forward. All right, as they attend to the damaged fighter, we will re-rack some replays for you. A lot of damaging strikes landed by the opposition in that previous round.
Well, him just not really paying attention on the defensive side has made his opponent look like an absolute world beater. He's a good fighter, but he has never looked this good, and that is partly because his opponent is not defending.
Second round here. All right, so as this next round gets underway, hopefully the good action we saw in the last round will continue. Both fighters certainly had their ups and downs, both got the offense going, but now we'll see if one fighter or the other can really take control of what has been a very close fight thus far. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Takedown defense holds up.
Nasty body kick downstairs.
So the blood really starting to flow. Every time that area gets targeted, that cut's getting worse.
It's getting worse and worse, and you see the blood starting to come down. That is when you start to watch the fighter to see what type of effect it's starting to take on him, whether or not he's reaching for it, whether or not he's confused by where it's at. You got to start to watch his reactions now as we go forward.
Well, he's doing a nice job here blocking these shots. The chin is tough, the hands are high. Pretty good job defensively thus far.
Great job defensively. He's seeing everything coming.
Well, this fight's been pretty crazy thus far. Both guys doling out a lot of damage, and neither seems too bothered by it, but clearly both parties are. Gets back to his feet. Strong defense here as the hook to the head is blocked. Well, he rocked him pretty good, but... Blow is bussing from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with a super high fight IQ. So when you give him that blood, that crimson red is nothing more than something that inspires him to continue doing what he's doing. So you have got to change something. You got to get your head moving so you're not taking too much damage to that cut.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Well, he's got the longer reach, and he certainly showed it there in landing that straight punch.
One takedown is easy to defend. When you start stringing them together is when guys struggle.
Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat? He's got to be careful here. Now he's going full mount. Every time he lands, the cut gets worse. What a great job recognizing his easiest path to victory.
We approach the 2-minute mark in round 2. Really good job to land these strikes from top position. Well, you got to think he's happy with this performance here tonight. Essentially, just the way he drew it up, it's been a striking fight.
It's like a fairy tale. He's doing everything he wanted to do, and his opponent isn't doing much to try and deter him and really mess with the game plan.
Well, he keeps going back to the well with that left hand, just out of range. Choi's eye is starting to swell shut. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue. Right now they separate.
Oh, big elbow. Ooh, big shot lands.
Well, his corner was pretty urgent after round 1. A little bit lackluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result, he has taken control of this second round. Well, you know he's tougher than I am, right? But this man has absorbed so much damage upstairs that I wouldn't be surprised to see the referee call in the doctor at some point.
Well, at some point, you got to take a look at it. He's so bruised, he's so battered, he's so swollen. And credit to his opponent for finding a route to victory and staying on that. He has dominated this fight.
And that one certainly found the target. Strong kick to the outside of that lead leg for him there. You do not want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. He does not wind up on that kick, but he somehow has managed to land it with so much force.
Oh, and he countered him there with a beautiful straight right hand. Oh, now lands a kick to the body. Choi's eye is now swollen shut. They could actually stop this fight right now, given how bad it is. Clearly the referee keeping a close eye on the fight. All right, there's the horn. The round is over, but not before he was cut on his nose from the strikes in that round. Back to the stool. Cut man is in. Should be able to shut that cut and prevent it from becoming an issue moving forward. But, of course, as soon as he gets struck in that next round, it could open back up. All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round. We had a knockdown there, but not a knockout.
No, it wasn't a knockout, but you can't take those shots. That big punch landed, and it sat him down. If he gets hit with another one of those, it might be good night, Irene.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Well, he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. He continues to connect on a high volume of strikes here. Hook attempt now, blocked though by the Korean Superboy. Well, perhaps it's a high fight IQ, perhaps it's obvious, but he is attacking that cut that is getting deeper by the minute.
And it seems like the right decision, because you can see his opponent starting to paw at it. You can see it starting to take an effect. It's messing with him mentally. For him, he's got to continue to attack that area and hope that it just keeps getting worse and worse.
Single collar tie now.
Controlling the fight behind that jab.
Choi's doing a nice job there. You saw him raise the guard to block that offering from the opponent. Don't want to sustain any more damage on that cut that has already been opened up. All right, well, he's going to have to go back to the drawing board defensively, but in terms of this fight, he's been totally dominated, and that swelling's getting out of control.
Swelling's getting out of control. We can't even tell who's in front of us anymore. This guy has been beat from start to finish. And right now, the only right thing, at least to me, feels like the fight gets stopped.
Nicely done. Oh, he just continues to pour it on. He has been aggressive all night long with his striking. Got to be careful here to not empty the gas tank. So far, so good, though, in this round.
Good kick.
All right, so a seminal blow earlier in the round. It wasn't a knockdown, but it was certainly a stunner that caught his attention.
Oh, I heard it again.
Combinations here. Immediately gets the underhook.
Oh, big elbow.
Now some uppercuts.
He better move, John. He cannot take these uppercuts from this position.
So the taller fighter lands a knee yet again. Looks like someone took a red Sharpie to his side. A lot of bruising courtesy of those body strikes.
Oh, big kicks, big punches. He's doing everything he told us he intended to do to slow this guy down. And you can see his opponent starting to really be labored in most of his movements.
Kick to the body now. That one won't land. And that one appeared to stun him. Well, at this point, DC, I'm not sure if he's just biding his time or just trying to get some extra reps, but go finish the guy.
It seems like the guy's playing with his food. You know, he's having a good time out there. Everything's working. He's in the zone. It feels like at any moment he can end the night of his opponent. But he seems to be having fun. And hey, to each his own, I guess. I'd be rushing out of that octagon.
Yeah, you don't play with him.
No.
Well, he's not leaking information. He is leaking blood and a... strike gets through. This could be over soon. Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions. He gets hit with another massive ground and pound strike. He has got to protect this cut.
Well, he's certainly keeping busy, DC, connecting with most of the punches he's thrown.
I mean, punches and punches. He's doing a great job. Look at that. Recognize he's about to lose position.
Under a minute to go in the round. Good work from the top here by Choi. All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do, eventually it will show itself. And right now, it's starting to show.
Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job.
Another strike gets through from the top position. Using a lot of good movement.
All right, well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
Choi's in half guard. Final seconds of round 3. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by the Korean Superboy. That's 3 rounds in the can. We're headed to the championship round. Heading back to the corner now after a competitive round. And Choi's eye is completely shut at this point in time. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see the ringside physician come in and might even stop the fight here between rounds. All right, back to the stool, and he is officially swole, and I'm not talking about muscles. He is swollen up top.
I mean, he looks bad. It's because he was too stationary. He was on the receiving end of too many big shots. He was beat up. He was battered. He was bruised. And look at all the swelling. It shows that he has taken far too many.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Pretty good job blocking that attempt. Blocks the strike and then counters with a beautifully placed hook. Nice job by Choi. Lands with the ground and pound. Choi's cut on his cheek is nasty, leaky. That thing is leaking bad now.
When both are prepared, these are the types of fights that we expect.
Just misses with the left hook. Oh! Goes down again!
Like that!
Trying to finish this fight! Working on the ground here, his opponent's feet on the hips. Oh, so an interesting decision there as he decides to stand up and relinquish the dominant position. Oh, that is a furious inside leg kick. You ever taken like a 5-finger to the inside of your leg? That don't feel good. Never mind a kick like that.
I mean, slapping your leg hurts. Imagine someone this side kicking you with his shin in the inside of your leg. You cannot take many of those kicks. Great timing on that double leg.
You gotta fight back!
All right, so when is too much too much? I mean, I'm not sure I need to see this fighter absorb any further damage here tonight.
It's okay if his corner or the ringside position calls a stop to this thing. He has been battered, he has been beaten, and the result is not going to change.
He's out! To Iwasa with a huge knockout tonight.
What a performance.
Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 50 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by knockout, Ty Bam Bam Tuivasa!
Well, he's got a new contract, and Tai Tuivasa showing you tonight that he is certainly worthy of those numbers as we congratulate this bona fide heavyweight contender. A lot of people wondered, is his ceiling to be a title threat, or can he be a UFC champion? Given this performance tonight, I think a lot of people believe Tai Tuivasa will one day have that UFC heavyweight gold around his waist.